So called order for the Oconee County Rescue Squad Advisory Commission for November 15th, 2023. Welcome, everybody. Regarding the minutes from November 15th, from October 26th, there is an edit on page 2 under the Rescue Squad updates for Region 3. It says Commissioner Land was absent. Just want to strike the word absent. Does anybody else have any edits to the minutes from last month?
What was that change again?
On page 2, it had Commissioner Land as absent, but he was present.
Okay,
All right, we need a motion to approve those minutes. I'll make it. Anybody second?
Second.
All right, all in favor of approval of the minutes? Motion passes. Any, no public comment tonight? Any commission member comments? I do not have anything specific. Let's go to committee reports. Radio committee, Mr. Zahn.
We're still status quo. I got a hold of a properly programmed Kenwood radio and a properly programmed Motorola radio, and I'm about to start going around the county and testing them side by side, so I hope to have good information next month.
Incentive committee? Have anything for that?
Yes, for the incentive. We hope to be meeting in February to make the plans for the incentives for 2024.
SOG committee, Commissioner Rogers, have you received any feedback?
I've received nothing, and I have sent a reminder email out to everyone that the deadline was approaching.
Okay,
Just,
that 60 days is either up or almost up, so
yes.
it'll be up in about a week, I think. So after that, we'll get together with the committee again, look it over one more time, and then we'll bring it to the floor. Training committee?
We have a meeting set for December the 4th at 6 at the EOC to go over the list of items that we're going to discuss in the coming year and to set hopefully a schedule for the year for meetings. Other than that, I don't have anything.
All right. Chief Carroll, it's yours.
Hey, good evening, everybody. New vehicles. Gonna have a chance, one of them's right outside the door, take a look at it when you leave. Worked on getting, the rest of the parts of them in. I had to put out bid for the lights, the camper shells, the pull-outs, all that is back, and it should be ordered.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it's, Motor Pool's handling that, but we got a pretty good pricing.
How many came in, Mike? How many vehicles?
2 for squads, and that's gonna be Rescue 4 and Rescue 5. Rescue 4 is down 1 vehicle. Rescue 5 has the next oldest vehicle after them, which is a 2006 F-150. So that's the one that's gonna be replaced.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? Training, upcoming training. EMR CUP coming up the 29th. That'll be a nighttime only. And then in December, we have 12/12 the daytime and 12/13 the nighttime for EMT, but everybody's open to come to all those. We try to keep it at the BLS level to keep hands-on training for everybody. There was a cancellation for, it really would only affected the hazmat, or I'm sorry, everybody, but mostly special rescue. The due to low enrollment, the air base monitoring was canceled. I have no word on the trench rescue yet, but it still had low enrollment as of last week. Anybody have any questions? Did get everybody test out, Steve, with the EMR?
Yes, I tested
We had
good.
6,
It
7,
passed.
all, 6 in it?
Well, yeah, I only asked about the Rescue 5 members,
Okay,
so I'm assuming they all passed.
okay. Good class, hope to have another one coming up real soon, plus the ones we're gonna do in the first of the year. Moving on, run reports. Rescue 1, for some strange reason slacked off last month and only ran 115 calls. Top of the dispatch calls last month was Rescue 4's area. Calls continue to go up in that area. You just look at the response rates. We still have Rescue 1 and Rescue 2 doing extremely well. 3, 4, and 5 are making at least just under half their calls in most cases. 6 and 22 are making 55 to 66% of their calls. Dive and Special Rescue are still making all their calls. Anybody have any questions? All right, roll program. Just adding totals, it looks like just by us getting the roll program, getting people in, we saved approximately about $1,400 so far on Narcan since we've started the program. That's a huge amount of savings. Had a lot of confirmed uses of it where the person was successful in bringing the person back with Narcan. We have already submitted those and then received the replacement Narcan for them. So that is going extremely well. Hope to get the rest. And as of this coming quarter, the roll program, we can still do it in person. However, it's gonna be an online course through the Fire Academy. So, persons from your squads will be able to sit down and new ones, one-on-one, do it. You just gotta get a FDID number for the South Carolina Fire Academy, which we'll work on it, a fire portal number, and we'll work on making sure we got those. I'm going through that list now, but kinda like incentives are taken, presidents right now over that.
Is that the same number they need for the emergency vehicle response awareness course?
Yes,
Okay,
it's their South Carolina Fire Academy student ID, basically.
thank you.
Anybody have any questions? Ward nominations is next. I gave you the packet on the SOG for that. This is a combined fire rescue package, employee volunteer. Committee, you had, Commissioner Land, be your rep on that, and then from the squads, Commissioner Wilbanks is gonna be the squad's representative, for working on past banquets and award ceremonies in the past. A lot of experience on that. So we're having our first meeting, hopefully the first week of December to go through all the nominations. So everybody, please get your nominations in, the packets, all the chiefs were sent the packets and the SOG and award nominations. We'll sit down and look through those, but right now it's set for February 1st, the awards dinner, February 1st at Walhalla High School. And that's everything I have, unless there's any questions.
I have a comment on that. I like it. I like it.
Oh, good.
I think it helps not incentivize, but encourage people to push forward, you know? So I like that there's opportunities for a lot of people in that. That's all I got on that. You say February 1st?
Yes.
Yes, it's a Thursday night.
All right. Chief Crine, your floor.
All right, so incentive update. As always, we're putting all that together. So this year, we don't have the numbers set yet as we are still finalizing things, but we are getting the finalization for to move forward with the helicopter insurance from those numbers. So anyone that is qualified, there was over 100 responder 70 or 100?
74 total
70
from rescue squad.
74 total from the rescue squad side that were qualified for that. So they will receive the helicopter insurance, free ticket to the banquet, for the awards banquet. And, you know, it is formally the Christmas dinner. What we found is we had so many conflicts in December and January for that. And much like you said, this kind of goes into the awards too and the incentive. What we wanted to do is recognize more people. On a daily basis, people are doing amazing things on both volunteer staff and not even always one of our members that we recognize, if it be a civilian, if it be those that we could recognize. And so as the date kept on getting pushed further out, we said, how can we make this better than just providing a dinner? Not that you know, we're still gonna plan on doing that too, but to tie all that together, to try to recognize the people that are going above and beyond and doing those things, or you know, have the opportunity to actually watch someone walk out of the hospital and meet them later and do those kind of things. As you can read the policy. By no means is that set in stone. That's going to be a moving target. So if we know we need to tweak it as we, you know, give these awards out, those committee that is on there, if we need to change it, if we need to add something from another system, we're not against that. You know, this is where we want to start to get something out to make sure we recognize people. We are gonna have ribbons and everything that go with it. We're gonna, you know, they'll get that too, as part of the whole program to wear on their dress uniforms. For that as we go forward. And again, this was the first round for the first year to get that out. So, you know, please look over it. Thank you for the nice comments, but, you know, we know that if we need to change it, you know, we want to make sure it serves the people that it's intended to recognize, so.
That number that you referred to, that 75 rescue members, are those members who qualify for incentives?
Yes,
Go together.
that's the members that qualify for the incentive.
Thank you.
I do want to emphasize, we have a lot of chiefs that do a phenomenal job of getting all the information in. And then we have a few that we still have to try to get everything right. We are going to try to push the paperwork out a little bit different next year with some bullet points instead of paragraph form to make sure there's no question on what is required. And those kind of things as we move forward. But, you know, the goal is to again, people that did the job and did their work get the incentive piece. And sometimes that's the paperwork. And unfortunately, we've got to have paperwork to prove that. So, so as we move forward, the incentive committee, as we move forward, you'll see that when we do that presentation there. To just make sure that there is no question on what you're required to have. And what we want to make sure that as we move forward, people, you know, we got to have training. We have to have training to make sure people are qualified and that we remain safe. Same with the opioid class. It had to be done for us to get already. We haven't even been 3 months fully operational on that, and we've already saved $1,400 of the county's money that would normally go for the medical supplies. So that's money that we can use in other places to better the service to the citizens. So, anything else? Any questions?
When someone uses Narcan, what is the process of getting replacement?
You go to the ready ops that were provided during the class. There's a scan code, takes you to it. I can send it to you. It was sent to all the chiefs.
The only reason I ask is because we've had some problems getting batteries for AEDs during the weekends and some other things regarding AEDs. I wonder if there's going to be a way of making sure that someone doesn't go without for the rest of the weekend.
So, I mean, I don't think there was ever a plan for 24 hours a day for if an AED goes down that we get batteries.
Yeah, I didn't know if
Because it has to be read, it should be read, it should be checked out. It's not something you should do in the field Does that make sense? I mean, if someone's AED goes down that way, it may not just be batteries, because generally the batteries just don't go bad. If it's being checked, because batteries, most of the time, and again, we know some have just died, and most of the time, and you know this, we send them off and they say they're not fixable.
Yeah, of course.
They're not worth fixing. But on that note, you did bring it up, we just got, how many? Yeah.
We got some new EEDs to replace the other ones, but I've gone through and tried to catalog each and every AED. Some rescue squads cannot locate theirs that were given to them back in the day. But every rescue squad we check yearly, as much as we can, if we can get to it, as long as it's not in someone's personal vehicle. And we don't really visit their homes. So we rely on the squads to bring those in so we can check them. If you have a problem on the weekends or with batteries, pretty much all the chiefs have my number. Battalion chiefs have batteries in the cabinet.
It's,
Other than the squads using the money that they get quarterly to buy their own batteries and stocking them, you're gonna have to wait till you can get somebody to headquarters to do it. I provide AED pads, free. Now, if the squads use them on a call, all of them know to talk with Prisma about getting a replacement. And if they don't have them, to let me know and I will get them from the supervisor. So, hope that answers your question.
thank you.
Staffing update. So, we'll start off with the big blow. Brady has turned his resignation in and is taking a job at Gant Fire Department. And so with training, that is gonna be a huge training change for us as we, work through that and fill positions and try to, fill the gap, as he has done 2 jobs for us, for many years. As that moves forward, please bear with us, as we may have some training changes. We may have some personnel changes on how we get everything done that we've done over the years. He was so proficient at training and all the databases and all that it is going to be a very hard replacement as we move forward to get someone up to speed to even be close to what proficiency we had in that world. Our other position staffing, we have had multiple applications that we've just had 3 days of testing that are still going on, 4 new positions that are open. Unfortunately and unfortunately, lots of applications, everyone doesn't show up, but we do at least have applications, and we should see a significant number of people that are eligible to hire from this process as we move forward. So we will work on staffing Bounty Land from that, and what that looks like as we move forward. We don't have a date. It all depends on how many have to have training, how many are actually seasoned firefighter responders. Some just need response, some need, whatever that looks like. We don't have a start date for that staffing model, as many of them can start immediately, others have to wait a little bit, so it's going to be a little time frame. We've just had one of the people just start. We're waiting to actually get him in training. So trying to fill some of those positions that are out and about, both 40, part-time, 24 hours, all those positions, the 14 positions that we have open, try to actually fill a lot of those as we move forward to make sure we can serve the public and do the needed tasks for both the volunteers and the staff to support the citizens of Oconee. So a lot going on, a lot changing. We hope to, next week or the week after, have the radio position posted to go out as that looks for to get that program going. That person will be significantly working with the radio committee as we move forward with that process for those updates and those kind of things. Steve, thank you for working on those radios and doing that piece. I know you've been integral in that, trying to work on what it is. We do have a vendor actually trying to work with the Kenwood to connect to our air packs on the fire side, but also doing that test also, as the Motorola's are not working appropriately like we'd like on them. So we have a lot going on that front, but it is, it's moving forward, so.
Can you prod the FCC some?
So we are altering that, because of the height of the tower at 130, and we have that agreement in place. We are checking with them for the frequency on that also, which may actually eliminate, the need for the Salem tower, so we can move the stuff from Salem to the higher tower. And then in reverse, go to the new tower that Duke says they may be putting up at their facility, which is again taller than the water tower. So, we're kind of using all those together to try to do the best system. The Salem Water Tower, until those two towers were published, was the best option for us. It may not be the best option anymore. As they move forward, I did, have a discussion with Justin about that to try to make sure that we move forward appropriately, as we go. And what is the next step? And that's where the radio committee will be moving to. What is the next steps of more repeaters, maybe not more repeaters, but more repeaters at each site. In other words, instead of just Fire 1 having a Fire 3, or, when we call it Fire 3, it'll be an Ops 3, or whatever, is when we actually do the changeover to the whole new schematic. So, we've already covered the awards dinner, and if not, any questions?
What's the time on the awards dinner?
It'll be dinner will be at 6 o'clock, showing up at 5:30 or so, and then we'll do dinner, and then afterwards, we will be hopefully able to move into the auditorium like we did, so that cleanup can happen, and then the award ceremony in the auditorium, and I will confirm that. They had some conflicts last year. So one of the reasons why we ended up on the first on the awards dinner was literally all the other nights where we're gonna share. We may have a few basketball players, or I think that's who's playing, or, coming through, but, they're always respectful. And so, it was the least night of conflict, as that is a busy school. When we started looking at, I wasn't up for a Monday night, so, yeah, anything else? That's all I have.
We're going to squad updates. Rescue 3, spoke with Chief Fuller earlier today. They've got 3 new members.
Good.
And Rescue 1, we voted 2 in last night, and we had 1 prospective that came. I don't have any other updates. Commissioner Will Banks, do you have something for Region 2?
I have nothing to report for either squad.
All right, Region 3, Commissioner Land is away at training tonight, but reported nothing from Rescue 4 and 5. Commissioner Sprogis is out today, and Commissioner Zahn, Region 5.
Yes, sir. Let me say about Rescue 5. We did have 3 new members pass the EMR the other night. Another one from Fire Station 24 says he's gonna join Rescue 5, so that'll be 4 new members, really.
Great.
We're very excited about that. And 3 of the 4 are retired, daytime available. So couldn't get any better than that. I hope I'm not praying for too much. 7 and 8, I hate even to say it, our call volume is calming down a little bit. We're doing lots of things with replacing equipment. We just became a Petzl dealer, and we really haven't started yet, but I understand we get 40% off on anything Petzl makes, so that's gonna be a really big help. We're about to replace all of our ropes. So if the other squads need any equipment that's made by Petzl, get yourself a catalog and send me the model numbers of things you might need, and I'll be happy to supply you with the prices. 40% off is a lot. I think that's it.
No need for executive session tonight, I'm not aware of any. So, meeting, if we'd like to get a motion to adjourn, one of you,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
all in favor to adjourn? None opposed. We're done.